In a recent video on the Tom Kearin channel, we shared a story from one of you that talked about changing your entire life in 48 hours after years of doing processes and techniques and robotic affirmations, only to have your life to appear to be worse and worse, to the point that you lost your home and your car even caught on fire, you talked about. But it was at this point that you discovered our channel and started embodying that message. You said you started to really hear us. Or in your words, I started to hear you, but really I started to hear myself. That I am God and there is no other. That there's no such thing as old realities, old identities, old assumptions, old patterns that are sabotaging me and keeping me in a loop. That I create my reality in every moment. This is what she realized. And we shared that in this video, I Changed My Life in 48 Hours. That's the name of the video. And then many of you wrote over the last 24 hours, how did she do it? I know she says she did nothing, but what was it? So we're going to describe that today for you. She says here, every change is a complete change. Well, wow. Talking about this idea that we've talked about many times in our videos, that Bashar, the non-physical essence that's channeled by Daryl Anka, talks about this idea that in every moment, you are an entirely new version of you, experiencing an entirely new reality. That in every moment you're experiencing a change, and that change is a complete change. Change of who you are and what your reality is. And she says, those things that were getting worse melted away before my eyes. As she understood this, she even talks about her car catching on fire. And even as that's happening, saying thank you. Even as her car bursts into flames, understanding now, I am God, I am reality, I am the proof of everything I want and desire, and there is no other. This idea of the vertical. She made a decision, hear this. She made a decision to be the proof of everything that she wants and desires. That's why she was referring to the vertical, as we've talked about in many videos. The vertical is who you really are. You are already everything you want and desire to be. The horizontal experience, think about the horizontal as the now moment being stretched out into an experience, a linear horizontal experience. You're always in the now. You're always here. You're always now in that vertical, everything that you want and desire to be. You are creating and experiencing a completely new moment, here and now. And then you create the idea of an unfolding, putting space between frames of experiences. But that's all created in the now moment. That's what the horizontal is. It's simply the now stretched out into experiences that you can make space-time sense. You can experience yourself as that infinite, multidimensional, all that is, everything, everywhere, all at once being that you are, by putting space between frames of experiences. But it's still the now moment. Think about this. You're creating who you were, who you are, and who you will be, all in the now moment. It's only your story that determines the meaning of that linear experience. There's no such thing as old identities, old realities, old circumstances, old beliefs. There's just you here and now. What do you assume and define and believe about yourself and your reality? She got that. Wow. It reminds me of that scene, I've pointed this out in other videos, in that TV show, The Chosen. The story of the teachings of Jesus Christ in his life. But what does that really mean? It's Christ consciousness. It's you. It's you as that I am awareness. That's what Christ represents. And in that one scene, if you Google it, if you Google the chosen scene, now I'm completely different. Just those words, now I'm completely different. That scene will come up. It's 4 or 5 minutes. It's powerful. And it's when Nicodemus runs into Mary, who was Lilith, right? Possessed by a reality and thoughts and circumstances that were unwanted and negative. That was the identity of Lilith. But she's now Mary. Completely different. Healed, whole, and complete, in the vertical, knowing who she is. And Nicodemus pressing her to say, yeah, but you were Lilith. And she's digging in and saying, no, I'm Mary. I don't go by that name, Lilith. I go by Mary. And she tells him, I was one way, and now I'm completely different. And the thing that happened in between was him. I am. The vertical. It's in between. It's everything. It's the beginning and end. The first and last, the Alpha and Omega. It's you standing in that. Now I'm completely different. She's completely different now. Even as her car was blowing up, then she shares with us, check out these videos because she's been commenting, that she just got, and within 2 weeks, she got a new car. A new car was given to her. Wow. 3 years of robotic affirmations, lost everything. Found us, but still holding on to the idea of fixing herself in her old identity until she decided to really hear us, but more importantly, hear herself. She would say, things are good for a few days, then boom, I have something that blows up in my face. This was in her initial email to us. But she decided to cast her net one more time. I am God and there is no other. Again, some of you were asking, well, did you just say that once or how many times you said it? It doesn't even matter if she says it. It's a knowing. It's not about saying it. Say it or don't say it. That's irrelevant. How many times and what did she actually say? It's her knowing, embodying that I am the proof of everything that I want and desire. That's what she's saying here. That I am reality, there is no other. Nicodemus, when he ran into Mary, and he sees Mary transformed, who used to be Lilith, that negative, unwanted identity and reality, he tells her, I ministered to you. I ran incense. Lilith. Calls her by Lilith. The idea of the old identity, the idea of the old reality. In your face, right? It seems to be in your face. But what did Mary say? I don't answer to that name. I am Mary. I was born Mary. Wow. Talk about getting chills. I am the proof, in other words. She changed everything. See this? I was born Mary. She changed her past in the now moment. It's all the now stretched out. Every moment is now. You get to choose what your past is, what your present is, what your future is here and now. Every change is a complete and total change. And then Nicodemus presses her. But you were called Lilith, yes? And she goes, I must go. In other words, I don't answer to that. That's not my reality. That's not who I am. But Nicodemus is desperate to understand. And he tells her, I'm a man of God. Right? I apply the law. I practice the law. I know where you're coming from. So she does pause to talk to him. Check out this scene. It's powerful. And Nicodemus says to her, I believe you have experienced a miracle, Mary. You are healed. That much is clear. I burned incense for you. He's so desperate to understand. As you guys are reaching out, I'm desperate to understand, what did she do? How did she do it? Was it the affirmation? Was it the processes or techniques? I just want to understand how it happened. This is Nicodemus. How long after my visit did you feel the change? Nicodemus believing. It was him burning incense. It was his processes or techniques or affirmations or whatever it is. Still believing it has to do with something you did or she did. How many times did she affirm? And what does Mary say to Nicodemus? It wasn't anything you did. Wow. It was someone else. Wow. I am. And she goes, he called me Mary. He said, I am his. I am redeemed. You are your own Lord and Savior. You redeem yourself. That's what she did, this story of this one that manifested a completely new life in 48 hours. It was all her. Nicodemus, and it was so? Who did this? We want to know who. Well, it's you. Mary goes, I don't understand it myself, but here is what I can tell you. I was one way, now I'm completely different. And the thing that happened in between was him, your own awareness that you are that which you desire to be. That's what happened. As much as I know you want to find out what she exactly did, what was it? That's it. Wow. It wasn't about time. It wasn't about techniques. It wasn't about the vain repetitions. It was none of that. None of that did, does, or will do anything. It was a decision, the conviction to be the proof before the physical evidence, to be the proof, to be the vertical, and that it must unfold as a horizontal experience. It must stretch out in the now moment, showing you who you decided to be. And she said here, this particular creator that we did that video on the Tom Kearin channel, so I decided to really hear you. This is what she talked about when she found our channel. Hear myself. I love that. It is about you. I am God and there is no other. There is no other. In 48 hours, my life has changed. Every change is a complete change. Wow. Well, I know now. Right? This is what she knows now. One thing she said that she commented on our video that we did about her, she said, one thing I missed is I started saying thank you to everything. Even as it was literally busting into flames. Her reality, her car, literally her car busting into flames, but her reality. Everything seeming upside down. It seems like you're losing everything. It seems like it's all in your face. Literally her car, her reality, her circumstances. Well, what is gratitude? It's you standing as I am. That's unconditional gratitude of being that source and force and substance and creator of your entire life experience. Wow. Standing in that knowing that I'm the proof. That's what that gratitude represents. There is no other. You, I am. That's your one and only Lord and Savior. No one else can be aware for you or conscious for you or create your reality or create for you. I know we reach out asking exactly, what do I do? It's who you are that does it all. There is no other. She literally changed her entire life in 48 hours. She did one thing. What is that one thing? She made a decision to be the proof of the reality that she wants to experience. To be the proof of everything that she wants and desires. To stand in that vertical of I am reality. I am everything I want and desire, no matter what, knowing that in every moment, it's a clean slate. Every moment, it's a new version of her. Every moment, it's a new reality. Every moment, she's creating who she was, who she is, and who she will be. She's not tied to any old identities, old circumstances, old realities, old beliefs. There's no such thing. It's only the now moment. And you deciding what that now moment is for you. As you put space between frames of experiences, deciding, who am I now? Wow. Very powerful. She literally changed your entire life in 48 hours, and you can too. Do that one thing. Be the proof. Be the proof of the reality that you seek. Be everything that you want and desire, and then it must be that way. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and these are the studios of Be Something Wonderful, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, be sure to check out the Tom Kearin channel, specifically that video, I Changed My Life in 48 Hours at the Tom Kearin. And also we're going to have a live event, a live stream, our 44th live event or live stream at the end of this month. We'll be announcing that shortly over the next few days on the Be Something Wonderful membership channel. With great love, with great light and infinite gratitude, this is Tom Kearin here in the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Until next time, we'll see you soon.